I'm Kerry Fink, and welcome to Helping Seniors Update. Today is Tuesday. It's the 20th of October. And so excited to have with us on the program today Jessica Villanova and Breanna Goins of Enhanced Property Investments. How are you guys today?
We are doing good, Kerry. And thank you again, as always, for having us.
Yeah, it's always fun to talk with you guys because I learn a lot every time I sit down because you guys are really such experts in almost every facet of things to do with real estate and home ownership. I know over the time that we've been working together, there's a bunch of great Helping Seniors television shows. Which viewer, if you haven't had a chance to scope out, just visit helpingseniors.org or our YouTube channel at Helping Seniors of Brevard, or for that matter, our Facebook page at Helping Seniors of Brevard. And you'll see some great TV shows where Jessica and Breanna, you guys have shared your expertise on everything from selling houses to buying houses to fixing up houses to, I mean, it's just been a lot of good information you guys have shared along the way. So we appreciate you guys very much.
Oh, well, thank you. Of course, we try to share as much information as we can. And to us, there's no reason to hide any kind of information when it comes to that. So the more we can help, the more we feel like we're doing.
Yeah, no, it's definitely valuable information. And so that was actually where I kind of wanted to jump in. I know we were talking before we started the Helping Seniors Update that you guys have really, through all this COVID stuff, you've been really on the front lines working with a lot of different things. You have actually, there's a beautiful property that you guys have where you guys, I guess it's a good example of how you go in and help homes become pretty, because you have a beautiful home that we just actually put out on our Facebook page, shared it back over there, that you guys have for sale. Plus, you guys were mentioning you have some rental properties that are coming available too. So maybe just before we jump into the rest of it, just talk a little bit about that.
So yes, we have a townhouse listed in Suntree, 342 Lofts Drive. It's actually a pretty neat townhouse because it's a two-story, but there's two master bedrooms and they both have their own loft with their own little balcony. And it's a super cute townhouse, ready to go. It's, just waiting for the new homeowner. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous, completely renovated, all new bathrooms, floors, anything possible, outlet covers that you could think of. Everything's new, ready to go. It is listed. It's again 342 Lofts Drive is it Rockledge or Melbourne? Melbourne, Florida, 32940. So yeah, go ahead and check that out, and then give us a call at 321-351-3222 if you want to schedule a showing.
Okay, and then, but I think you were mentioning you'll have some properties that may be coming available for rentals and things like that. So again, say that number one more time, and people get in touch, and then you can kind of go over with them any particulars.
Yes, so we're going to have 2 rental properties in Cocoa, Florida, in the next couple of months. So if you're looking for a rental property, check us out online on our website. It's enhancedpropertyinvestments.com. And if you go to the buyer section of the page, even the sellers, I think that information is on the seller side as well. We have our rental coming soon properties where you can select on a property, see some updated pictures as to what we've been doing. And that's for all of our properties, not just the rentals that we're working on. And then there should be a form where you can fill out your information and sign the form, and it'll get sent to us if you're looking for a rental property, and we can get back in touch with you just to find out what you're looking for. Maybe that exact rental property is not fit for you, but we may have something else available or coming soon. So again, those are going to be 2 rental properties coming in Cocoa, and our phone number to contact us is 321-351-3222, and our website is enhancedpropertyinvestments.com.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you, Jessica, because I know we've had this conversation more than once, that you guys, what you do is you sit down with a person who's maybe going to sell a property, and you work through all the constraints. It's not like the traditional, I'm a realtor and I just come in and I'm going to list your house. You guys actually are the ones who could come in and purchase a home from somebody. And that's really advantageous, as we've talked about. Sometimes when you get into a situation, maybe somebody is going to be moving into assisted living, or maybe moving in with adult children, their adult children or something like that. And now the house becomes something they don't need anymore, but it needs a tremendous amount of work to get it where it could be competitive in the real estate market. And that's the place that you guys come in and really make a difference. And again, now what we've just been talking about with Breanna is the flip side. Once you've actually been able to make those difference and make those improvements, you end up going from kind of worst to first in a neighborhood, I think.
Yeah, and that's basically what we're aiming to do. Any neighborhood can get a property that eventually gets run down. Everybody knows it. You've got that one down your street that you can think of it just even right now, and things happen. Everyone's got a different situation, not just seniors, but there's other situations as well. We do help seniors in a multitude of situations. One of the most recent properties we just bought, the woman did actually leave the state to move back in with, an adult child, and had kind of a tenant in place in the property that wasn't taking care of it. There were upgrades that needed to be done, and he just wasn't paying attention to any of those things. So the property was degrading. She was already out of state and just wanted to be done, didn't have many options. She tried listing it, but really couldn't get much hit on it because of the condition, and she didn't have a lot of money to come out of pocket and do the repairs herself. So that's usually where we come into play the most, that type of situation where there's really not many options left for the seller, because there are multiple ways to sell your house, but when you're in a specific distress situation, we try to make it as easy and carefree as possible.
So important. And one of the things I was going to ask you, I know you guys have a real good pulse on everything that's going on. And I know before we actually started with today's updates, you and I were talking a little bit about Jessica, about what's going on as these moratoriums. Everybody was given some leeway during COVID times, whether you were a renter or potentially if you're a mortgage holder. And some of that is now, as those things kind of sunset, now those protections sunset. What do you see happening, or what I know you guys really keep close to the ground. What are your thoughts, and how would you advise folks that are either in the real estate market, either one side or another, to think about all that?
Right. So there have been some liftings of basically the government made a moratorium throughout the country as far as not allowing evictions when COVID first started. And then each state had its own regulations. So every location is different. But right now, the majority of the federal ban has been lifted, where evictions still are possible, or are starting to become possible in specific situations. So I think we're going to start to see those come to fruition, as homeowners have been owning properties since March or April where tenants haven't been paying. They obviously need to try and remove those tenants, because it's hard to afford a mortgage on a property, or even just the expenses if you're not getting anything coming in from the other side as well. Not to even include if tenants are doing any kind of damages or things like that a landlord might not even be able to recuperate. So I think we'll start to see some more evictions coming up. So for anyone who does own a property that had a tenant in there, they have some options right now, but obviously they're already kind of behind the 8 ball, because they might have been losing income for the last 4, 5, 6 months, and might be in a situation where it was hard for them to pay their mortgage. We were saying, sometimes when a family member moves into assisted living or out of a family property, the kids or someone else will keep the property and want it for later on, but maybe think about renting it. So if that was a decision that was made, and then tenants stop paying rent, it's hard for families to come up with an extra mortgage payment or extra coverage for expenses. So I think we'll also start to see, some impact as far as when the evictions roll over, also some of the mortgages having issues, and we'll see how those things come out if banks do have some kind of forgiveness programs that they start to implement. Or if not, I think we will see some people who will have to sell their properties just because they won't be able to catch up to what their mortgage payments were and come out of pocket that much.
Yeah, and I was going to say, you guys have always been very generous with your time. I know that when we've done radio and TV and things in the past, you've always encouraged people. So even if you're not sure you're going to do something right this minute, go ahead and give us a call. Doesn't matter. We want a good outcome for you, even if we're not the right outcome, at this time. Maybe you just want to get some advanced knowledge. I know we've talked about that, whether it become maybe you're going to list a home or something like that. But even when we were talking about this, you said if people have questions about where they sit with all this, what's going on with the moratorium, feel free to give you guys a call. And I think that's very generous and very community oriented and appreciated for you guys to be able to do that. So if they want to give you a call and just say, hey, here's particulars of my deal. What's your take on this? Let's give that number again, Breanna. How do they get in touch with you guys?
Yeah, so our general number is 321-351-3222. But you can also reach us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, Enhanced Property Investments, and you can send us a message through there and one of us will get back to you. I mean, we always have our phones on us, so one of us can get back to you pretty quickly. Also, there's forms on the website you can fill out. We also have chat on the website. So if you're just kind of surfing around and you think of a question, send us a chat and one of us can reply to you. There's so many ways to get in touch with us. And like you said, it can be anything. It doesn't have to be give me an offer today on my house. Right. It can be anything, whether you're thinking about remodeling something, because a lot of people think that I'm actually going through that with a family member. They think that remodeling their house is going to be easier, cheaper, faster, and just overall a better option. But in the long run, 90% of the time it's not, just depending on what your goal is. And so if you're in that kind of situation, ask. It's better to ask than to regret it later on. And so it may be that the best situation for you. And Jessica is the expert and she'll tell you immediately, yes, if that's your goal, stick it out, we'll help you in any way we can with the remodel. Or she'll say, no, get out. Let's find you a better place and let's take care of that. So yeah, like I said, the number is 321-351-3222. You can research on Facebook and on our website as well.
And I've always seen you guys be so generous and really expressing a concern for the seniors and just making sure that they get to the right outcome. I mean, we've had this conversation before, Jessica, that, people get, if you own a property, you get all these either text messages or postcards in the mail. Hey, we want to buy your house. And I didn't know until you'd explained to me a lot of times that's just somebody actually trying to be a broker in the middle. They don't do what you guys do, where you actually are hands-on and get involved. So you understand every aspect of this. In fact, that's one thing I just wanted to make sure that I followed correctly and we could share is you guys are open to take calls if somebody does have a property that they're interested in finding out if you guys would be good to acquire that. You guys are in the middle of all that still, even through all this COVID stuff, right?
Yes, we have been. So we've been still buying properties over the last few months. We're in the middle of a couple of renovations right now. Obviously, Breanna was talking about the one we have in Melbourne that's up on the market, and we should have another couple coming up, hopefully in the next month or two. But we've been trying to at least offer solutions or situations for people. Like you said, it might not always be selling your house is the best option, but if we can do it, we want to help them. And yes, we like to avoid those middle people who are also sending out the letters, because at the end of the day, 9 out of 10 times those people call us and then say, hey, I have a property that someone else wants to sell. Do you want to buy it? And since they're not the direct buyers, they're adding another $5,000 or $10,000 onto that price that they're taking that the homeowner's not getting. So we try to maximize what we can let the homeowner walk away with. So it might not always work for everyone, but that's at least what we try to do so that they can, move on with their life and reach their goals with whatever those might be.
Yeah, no, it's you guys are great with that. And I was going to tell you too, I think viewer, if you're not following Enhanced Property Investments on the Facebook page, you definitely want to. First of all, keep up with what's going on. It's a good place to find the phone numbers and everything. Just go to Facebook and look up Enhanced Property Investments. But I told you guys I was smiling at something you guys had posted just here in the past few days. It was a picture of Warren Buffett, and everybody knows him as the as kind of like this, what do they call him? The Oracle from Omaha. He's just a brilliant stock market guy. And your fun fact was the fact that despite zipping around the country in his private jet and all that, he actually lives in a simple family home that he purchased in 1958. What a great story.
Yeah. Yeah, we like to share fun stuff on Facebook because it doesn't always have to be like, let's talk about your stressful life situation. It doesn't always have to be that way. Sometimes it's just, we're a part of the community, we're a small business going through COVID with our families, just like everybody else. And so it doesn't always have to be so serious. We like to share like fun real estate facts and, fun things going on in the community and what we're going to be doing with our kids, just fun things to stay in touch with everyone, in Brevard and the Space Coast.
No, it's good. Well, so we're going to end up wrapping up on today. I want to give the phone number one more time, and then I'll do a quick outro to thank everybody who was part of the Helping Seniors car raffle. But let's get that number in one more time.
Okay, 321-351-3222.
Okay, good. Give Enhanced Property Investments a call. Follow them on Facebook. Great people. And I really believe that they're going to be able to do something that is helpful to you if you do give them a call. But yeah, guys, like we were talking about, we're still thanking everybody for making the 2020 Helping Seniors car raffle the most successful in the Helping Seniors history. We're going into our 10th year of service in Brevard County, and we just can't do it without the support of people. People just assume that somehow nonprofits get these big government grants, and nothing could be, at least in our case, farther from the truth. The only reason we're able to do what we do is because we have help from great friends of Helping Seniors like Enhanced Property Investments, and people who just support us one by one, say, look, I'll buy my Helping Seniors car raffle ticket. Maybe I win a car, but for sure I'm helping Seniors. So really grateful to say that we had a really successful event. Troy Darling of Indy Atlantic, Florida was our winner. He chose that Chevrolet Camaro. So we look for him screaming up and down the highways around here in that cool, fast car. And I was telling you guys that Joe Steckler, our founder and president, they're already working on that make good date. We couldn't have the crowd out there at the Muscle Car Museum on the date of the drawing because of COVID. So Mark Pylog, the owner, generously said, listen, I'm going to look for a couple of dates as soon as we think it's safe to do so. And I get my volunteer team, all set up. We'll open up the museum free of charge. So hold on to your Helping Seniors 2020 car raffle tickets. And we're thinking that the timing is going to be right for us to announce the 2021 Helping Seniors car raffle, and that grand drawing date is going to come up in October of 2021. So we'll have basically, let's just call it February to October to be looking at that. And again, thank you. If you bought tickets in 2020, we really appreciate you doing that. And then the other fundraising opportunity, which is also a fun opportunity that's coming up, is February 21st. We are still on target with the Helping Seniors Foundation Cruise, and that is sailing on the MSC Seaside out of Port Canaveral, Florida. So you don't have to go far to get the ship. And guys, MSC, I don't know if you followed any of this, but MSC started sailing like 6 weeks ago in the Mediterranean. They've put in all these extreme COVID protocols. They're doing it safely. They have set up a whole different environment on board ship where they can keep everybody safe, and they have done it now quite successfully for 5 or 6 cruises. So Chris Morris, who is our Helping Seniors Travel Club friend, he's telling us that they're looking to actually start sailing the latter half of December here in the U.S., and we expect to go sailing February 21st. He's got some great deals. HelpingSeniorsTravelClub.com, HelpingSeniorsTravelClub.com. You're going to be hearing more about that in coming days as well. So really, on behalf of Joe Steckler, our president and founder, and Kim Bernard, our education specialist, and the whole Helping Seniors team, which we count you guys, Jessica and Breanna, very much part of, and appreciate you guys so much. Just want to say thank you for joining us for Helping Seniors Updates. We'll see you again on Thursday.